You are significant to me.
A university professor started a new project among her students. He gave each one 4 blue ribbons with the legend, "You are important to me." She asked them to put one on and told them that was what she thought of every one of them. Then he explained what the experiment was all about. They had to give one tape to someone who was important to them, explain why, and give them the other tapes so they could do the same. The expected result was to see how much that small detail could influence people. Everyone came out of that class talking about who they were going to give their tapes to. Some mentioned their parents, others their brothers or friends. But among those students, there was one who was far from his home. This young man had won a scholarship to that university, and for this reason he could not give that tape to his parents or brothers. He spent the whole night thinking about who to give it to, but the next day, very early, he had the answer. He had a friend, a young professional who had mentored him in choosing his career. And many times she advised him when things didn't go as well as he hoped. That was the solution. Leaving class, he went to the building where his friend worked and asked for him at the reception. He missed his friend, and that boy always went to see him after he finished working, so he thought something bad was happening. When she saw him at the entrance and after talking to him, she felt relieved that everything was fine, but at the same time, she wondered why she had come. The student explained its purpose and gave him 3 tapes. She asked him to put one on and told him that since he was far from home, he was the best person to put it on. The young executive was flattered. He had never received that kind of recognition and promised his friend that he would continue with the experiment and inform him of the results. The young executive returned to his duties at the time of departure. He came up with a risky idea. He would give the remaining 2 tapes to his boss. The boss was a bad-tempered person and always very busy. So he had to wait until he had a moment of tranquility. When he got close, his boss was deep in reading the new projects and the office was full of documents, plans and papers. The boss growled. The young executive timidly explained the purpose of his visit and showed him the 2 tapes. The chief asked, astonished, "Why do you think I'm the best person to wear that tape?" The young executive responded that he admired him for his ability and enthusiasm in business and that he had learned a lot from him and was proud to be under his command. The chief hesitated. "But did you welcome the 2 tapes?" Not often were those words heard with sincerity. Being in the position in which he was, the young executive politely said goodbye to his boss and, as it was time to leave, went home. The boss, accustomed to being in the office until late hours, this time went home early. On the lapel he wore one of the ribbons proudly and kept the other. As he drove, he pondered deeply. His wife was surprised to see him earlier than usual, suspecting something serious had occurred. When she inquired, he simply stated that he wanted to spend the rest of the day with her and their son. This puzzled her, as he typically returned home in a poor mood. The chief inquired, "Where is our son?" His wife summoned him as he was upstairs. The boy came down and the father said, "Come with me." Under the curious eyes of his wife and son, they left the house together. Known for valuing his duties over family time, the chief did something unexpected. He led his son to the porch for a talk. The father looked at his son, who was surprised by his father's behavior. Suddenly he began to tell her that he knew he was not a good father, that many times he had missed important and happy moments to enjoy as a family. And then he told her that he had decided to change, that he wanted to spend more time with them because he and his mother were the most important thing to him. He also mentioned the tapes and their young executive. She told him that she had thought about it a lot and that she wanted to give the last tape to him by virtue of it being the most important, the most sacred thing to him. He also told him that the day he was born was the happiest of his life and that he was very proud of him. And while he was talking to him, he placed the tape that said, "You are important to me." The son, with tears in his eyes, said to him, "Dad." Overwhelmed with emotion, the son said, "Dad, I don't know what to say. I always believed you didn't care or love me and that I meant nothing to you. But now I see I love you, Dad, with all my heart." The teacher's simple experiment transformed lives by encouraging the expression of love and gratitude to others. How many happy days would life become if we learn to value those we love, family, friends, brothers in the faith, and instead of giving them stormy moments, let us send them those gestures of what matters to us. Just as the love of God shown towards us in attitude, it is up to us to do it also towards others.
Rather be kind and compassionate to one another and forgive one another, just as God forgave you in Christ. Ephesians chapter 4, verse 32.
Generate